welcome back to my channel. My name is Samantha, and if you're new, welcome. Today I just want to talk about a few Pan That Palette candidates for Pan That Palette 2021. I know it's a little early. We still have a few more months left in 2020, but I'm trying to narrow down what I want to do for next year. So I'm going to talk about a few things that I'm thinking about and maybe get your feedback on some things and go from there. So the first palette that I'm potentially thinking of panning for 2021 is the Urban Decay Gwen Stefani palette. I am currently working on this for week 1 of Pan Those Miraculous palettes created by Brandy at It's a Miracle Beauty. This is my oldest palette in my collection. It is pushing 5 years old. I'm trying not to blind you with this gigantic mirror. So, here's this. I do have some pan. I do have a shadow completely used up. And I have a few of these shades in other projects. So, I would love to know what you think about panning a palette that already has pan in it. Do you consider that cheating? Do you just consider it, hey, that's a give me product, that's a give me eyeshadow, that'll help motivate me to use the palette more? I know for me personally that if I'm working on something consistently and I still haven't hit pan or have any noticeable like usage or anything like that, I get a little bored of it, I get a little frustrated, and I tend to put things up and like not reach for them for a while. So I want to really not do that this year. I've made pretty good progress on my mini Pan That palette for this year. I have one shade left in that. I'm really excited. So once that's used up, that'll be my first ever eyeshadow palette that I've panned completely. My big Pan That palette for this year is my magnetic palette. And I know for a fact I'm not going to completely finish everything up in that this year, but I have finished 17 eyeshadows in there. So regardless, I'm pretty happy with my progress and what I've been able to accomplish this year for that. So I want to be able to keep the ball rolling and have Pan That palette for 2021 be just as successful. The second palette that I'm considering panning is the Too Faced Gingerbread palette. This is the first gingerbread palette. Again, I do have some pan in this one. I feel like I can create a couple different looks with this and, use some shades in some different ways. Like this shade here, again, sorry, these mirrors, they always pick the biggest mirrors. It's great for the palette, but doing videos, I don't want to blind you guys. But this white shade right here, I kind of just use that to set my eyeshadow primer and go about my day because I am so fair. And especially during the winter, the fall, winter time, like what this palette is supposed to be for, I'm really, really light. So I do have some pan in this palette. I do have a couple shades in this palette that are in other projects and things like that. But I think overall, it's a pretty nice palette, and I could get some use out of it. I have a few gimme shades that I've already had pan in it, and, I feel like I could be pretty successful with that. The last palette that I'm thinking about panning this year is the Habit Athena palette. This one have been pretty successful with. This is what that looks like. I do have quite a bit of pan. I have 2 completely empty shades in here. And I have about 5, if we count this one, pans of shadow that have pan in it. The only thing in this palette is I'm really not sure how to use this shade. I've tried it on a glitter base, like a glitter primer. I've tried a few looks with it on my lips for like a costume look. And I just can't get it to work for me. So that's my only concern about this palette. Everything else I feel like I can use. I enjoy using this palette. I feel like it blends out very easily and I can create quite a few looks with it. Again, same as the other two. I do have a few shades in here that are in other projects. I have some shades in there that I already have pan in, that I've completely used up. So I would love to know your opinions. I'm not sure if I'm going to do a mini pan that palette this year, or for next year, for 2021, but I know for sure I still want to do a regular pan that palette. If I do a mini, it might be a few singles that I throw together. It might be a few loose pigments. I have a few loose pigments that a friend on Instagram, Elease, at Pan the Replay. I'll post all these creators and Instagram below so you can follow these people. But she gave me some of her decluttered single pigments, loose pigments. So I might work on some of those next year. I'm just not really sure for mini pan that palette. But these three right here are what I'm trying to decide between. So I would love your feedback. I would love to hear your suggestions. Like I said, let me know what you think about panning a palette that already has pan in it, or already has some shadows that are already gone in it. I love to hear your feedback. And if you have any requests for any videos, please let me know. I'm trying to be consistent about posting more and getting new content out to you guys. But I will see you guys later, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye.